is a severe weather alert.
Snow continues to fall, and that's what we're going to be seeing probably at least for the next 6 hours or so, although the intensity will start to go down, I think, after about 9 o'clock or so. Let's get a look at what's going on live. Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. You can see we've got some darker shades of blue approaching from the south. Let's zoom into westerly. You can see a pretty good band down here. We've already gotten some reports of about 7.5, 8 inches of snow down here in westerly. They're getting a pretty good amount of snow at the moment. Another band of snow, heavy band of snow approaching Newport, Middletown, and Portsmouth. You've already gotten at least 6, 7 inches, even 8 inches of snow there on Aquidneck Island. More is coming your way. Westport into New Bedford. You've got a band of heavy snow approaching your neck of the woods as well. Live pictures from Providence. You see we've got some light snow. Snow's kind of tapered off just a little bit to some lighter stuff in the capital city. Temperatures, though, are pretty cold. We're looking at temps currently in the teens to lower 20s. Now, you factor in the winds, and it feels like it's in the single digits to maybe even near zero at times, especially when those winds do gust up. Speaking of wind gusts, Block Island, 39-mile-an-hour wind gusts. That's the highest in Rhode Island. Out on Prudence Island, 37. Newport, a 33-mile-an-hour wind gust. Fall River had a wind gust to 29 miles an hour. So we are looking at some pretty windy conditions here in southern New England. It's likely windier out there across Cape Cod and the islands. Tony, what are we looking at for the rest of the night? I mentioned that the intensity will probably go down after about 9 o'clock or so. That's still holding up?
Still looks that way, TJ, based on we were looking at some of the radar trends that you were showing. Speaking of those strong winds, of course, this is a dry snow, so it's blowing and drifting very easily. So case in point, down in Narragansett, we zoomed in the camera. You can see the flag snapping in the wind with winds of 30 miles per hour. So some blowing and drifting of the snow will continue. Even when the snow stops, what's on the ground will continue to blow and drift as well. As we mentioned, temperatures are cold, wind chills running in the single digits to at times near zero. This is the kind of weather gear you'll need for tomorrow. Even though we've got some sunshine, the storm is gone, it will be bitterly, bitterly cold for your Sunday. So it's one of those dress appropriately kind of situations. As far as the weather impacts, the snow and blowing snow remains high this evening and overnight. High winds, as TJ had mentioned. Rain, freezing rain, obviously not the case here with temperatures so cold. It's an all snow situation. So the storm center itself now is south of New England. It continues to intensify as it tracks north and east. We still have another roughly 2 to 3-4 hours worth of moderate to heavy snow before the whole system pulls away. Take a look at Futurecast. Starting off this evening, here's the shield of snow in blue. Notice how it starts to pull away from the coastline. In fact, completely clearing the coastline by midnight tonight as the storm pulls away. But on the back side of it, gusty winds and cold temperatures. And here we are tomorrow morning and into the afternoon hours with dry skies and sunshine, but a very cold, cold day. How much snow? Well, we talked about this earlier in the newscast, but let's take a look at it in a different perspective as far as the map. Statewide, on average, between 7 to 11 inches of snow. We've already seen amounts between roughly 7 and 9, so this will certainly verify no problem. Amounts up to 16 are going to be confined to eastern Massachusetts only. So I do not expect, even though this is an 11 to 16 band, I don't expect any 16 amounts down here from Westerly to Newport, but easily getting close to 10 to 11 in this general area to the south shore. So again, statewide, 7 to 11 with higher amounts out across southeastern Mass. So for your Saturday evening through 9 o'clock, more snow, slow travel, and poor visibility. Futurecast for tomorrow morning is looking a lot better in terms of dry weather and sunshine, but a frigid day with temperatures only in the lower 20s. Cold and dry on Monday, and ironically, as wintry and as frigid as it is right now, look at the middle of the week. Temperatures rebound close to 50 this time around on Wednesday. It's actually rain rather than snow. I would say 70 to 80% of our expected snow has occurred already. Several more inches, and then we should be done.
All right. This tag team effort, I like it.
It's fun, huh?
It is fun. More to come this evening. Thank you, gentlemen. Coming up in